right, Tim?
Yep.
All right, go for it, guys.
Scotty,
Quiet, please. Recording.
just on this game on Saturday night, what's your mindset on that? It's sort of a very important game, obviously. You can't worry about the game that's being played on Friday night.
Yeah, I think we've just got to move on now, review it, take what we can, and keep moving forward. I think that's what this competition is about. We've got another week in this competition to potentially be in the finals, and we'll be making sure that every little thing in our preparation is done to the best of our ability this week.
Do you think possibly didn't see the best of the Brumbies on Friday night, and if you do make it through the finals, it'll be a different approach to a certain degree?
Well, the Blues are a quality side, and they've got a great record at Eden Park. And unfortunately, when you don't turn up in the effort areas in the game, that's what can happen to you. They can put 40, 50 points on you. So, we're very disappointed with how that game turned out. But it's nothing that we can't fix during this week.
When you say effort, sort of attitude, mindset.
Yeah, I guess it's a mixture of it all. But against the Kiwi teams, you got to be working for the full 80. Unfortunately, we didn't do that. We were good in patches, but the times that we weren't, they really capitalised. And in other games, those offloads might not come off, but for them, they did on the weekend. And like credit to them, they've been a great side this competition, and very unlucky to miss out on the finals.
Certain relief that you've got a second chance to have a crack.
Yeah, no, look, I don't know if it's relief. I guess at the end of the day, we've always been big in controlling our own destiny in our season, and we've been presented with another opportunity to keep, to make a finals run in this competition, and it's definitely something that we're not going to waste.
A couple of slow starts in the last few weeks. How important is it going to be to turn that around this weekend?
I think it's definitely going to be a big focus of ours. We started very slow against the Reds and managed to get it right, and saw this weekend when we don't get it right, we were definitely on the back foot for the full 80. So no, it's something that we will need to address this week. I think last week we sort of used the excuse that we'd all sort of just come back together and we'll come off the break, but we had no excuse this week. So no, look, the Force are a quality side, and they've shown they can pull off some good wins this year as well. So if we don't turn up, especially this weekend, it could be the end of it for us.
What are you expecting from them? Because they're kind of in similar situation to the Blues almost. They got nothing to lose. They had a bit of stuff go on off the field. They kind of it makes them a dangerous prospect, I guess. Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people forget that a lot of the guys in the Force and the Blues, they're also playing for our Wallabies and All Black spots, and that's enough fuel for anyone to play well and turn up every week. I think so. For us, I know there's a few guys who'll be wanting to put their hand up in the Force team, and coming off the week that they would have had off the field, I think they'd be looking to turn that around and finish on a positive note this weekend. So no, look, we can't expect anything different. They're a very strong set piece side, and they're very good defensively. So we're going to have to make sure that our execution across the board is good. You didn't have a word to any of the Blues players afterwards to ask them if they could do you a favour against the Tars as well?
No, not at all. Look, at the end of the day, like I said, we control our own fate in this competition, and whatever happens with other results. We can't control that. It's going to be whether the Blues turn up on the day, for there. But the only way we can control that is by putting in a great 80-minute performance this weekend against the Force and give ourselves the best chance moving forward.
The way Aussie teams went against New Zealand teams last week or a couple of days ago sparked a lot of debate. Bledisloe Cup talk, can Australian team win if they get through to the finals? What's your thoughts on that? As I said to JB, is it a case of when the finals comes around, it's a clean slate almost?
Oh, I think, look, you're going to have those weekends, and unfortunately, the Aussie teams are the teams that suffered. But it's a week by week prospect. I think this competition, and we can definitely turn everything around in a week's time, and that goes for all the teams moving forward. So. Look, like I said, everyone's just going to have to take the weekend for what it was, take what they can from there, on and off the field, and keep moving forward. At the end of the day, you're going to have to beat all the best teams to win this competition, so it doesn't really matter who you play in the finals, it's just about whether you turn up. And
the guys who are potentially playing their last games for the club, does that factor in anything in the build-up to this week, or do you try not to think about that because if it is their last game, it's obviously not the result you want?
Yeah, look, I think it's a given. We knew early this year who was going to be here and who wasn't next year, and that's about turning up week in, week out, and putting in the best performance for them. We want to leave them, let them leave the Brumbies on a positive note as well, moving forward. And the best way to do that is to win the competition. So, Look, yeah, I think it's not really something that we've highlighted, but we know that it's in the back of our minds, and it's something that we definitely want to make sure happens.
A couple of injuries, Joey on the weekend. Everyone's hoping he can get back. Poe, I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to train this week. Fards obviously had a bit of a knock, but confident that it'll all come together. Or are you hoping those guys will play? Or
Yeah, look, rugby's like that. At the end of the day, there's going to be injuries, and some of your best players are going to get injured. But it's another opportunity for other guys to stand up and put their best foot forward, and that's what it's about. That's why you have a squad of 30, so you can create depth, and that when these sort of situations arise, another guy can step in and fill the role as well. So no, look, Poe's been doing well in rehab. Hopefully we'll have him back on deck soon. We'll see how far it is. Geordie Smiler is also training really well. I heard he ran well this morning. So yeah, and Joey's gone to get his scan, so we'll sort of know a bit more as the day goes on. So yeah, look, I'm confident in the guys that do have to step up if they do have to this weekend. But like I said, the calibre of players I just mentioned would be great to have on board.
just finish up for me, Joey. It would be a shattering way for him to end if it is if the scans don't come back positive, wouldn't it? He had such a great start to the season. He was destined to go into the Wallabies against England, but just seems to have run under a few ladders or something.
Yeah, I think rugby there's going to be setbacks at the end of the day, but Joey's such a positive guy, and he brings such a positive vibe to this team, and no matter what the results are, we know Joey for who he is, as a man and his character, and that's all that matters to us at the end of the day. So yeah, look, like I said, we'll find out a bit more on the injury and see how it goes. But yeah, obviously we all got fingers crossed that he gets a positive result coming out of it.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, thanks, guys.